What's your worst first date story? So, picture this. I'm sitting across from Emma at this fancy Italian place. I'm sweating through my shirt because I'd already knocked over the breadbasket, mispronounced bruschetta 3 times, somehow managed to get marinara sauce on my collar before the appetizers even arrived. I'd been planning this date for weeks. New shirt, reservations at the nicest place I could afford, even practiced conversation topics in my car. But the universe? The universe had other plans. First, the waiter spilled an entire glass of red wine on Emma's white dress. She just sat there, burgundy liquid dripping down her front, while I frantically threw napkins at her like I was putting out a fire. Then, right as we're trying to laugh it off, the fire alarm goes off. Not a drill. Actual smoke blowing from the kitchen. So there we are, standing outside in the February cold, her in a wine-stained dress, me with marinara on my collar, watching firefighters rush into the restaurant. Other couples are annoyed, checking their phones, calling Ubers. But Emma, she looks at me, sees my face. I must have looked like someone had just told me Santa wasn't real, and she starts laughing, not a polite chuckle. Full-on doubled over, tears streaming laughter. You know what? She says, catching her breath. I'm actually starving. There's a taco truck right there. That's when it hit me. This whole time, I'd been so focused on impressing her with the perfect date that I'd forgotten the point. Just being with her. We spent the next 2 hours, sitting on a bench, eating the best street tacos I've ever had. Her, still in that stained dress. Me, finally relaxing enough to actually be myself. She told me later that she'd been just as nervous. It changed outfits 4 times, and was relieved when everything went wrong, because it meant she could stop pretending everything had to be perfect. That disaster of a first date we just celebrated? Our 5th anniversary last month? And yes, we had tacos. Turns out, the best connections happen when you stop trying to be perfect and just let yourself be real. Sometimes the worst nights make the best stories. And Emma, she still laughs every time she sees marinara sauce